Hello everybody, and welcome back to a video on my channel. Um, I know it's been a long time since I posted a video. Um, Part of that was because I wanted to upgrade the quality of what I was doing, and in the process realized that the lighting in my room sucks. Um, I need a better microphone, um, a green screen, which I haven't had much luck with, and I'm not exactly sure why. Probably due to the lighting. But those are minuscule details. So this video is overdue by 2 months. It's a continuance of my Ships of the Line for Battlestar Galactica from Eaglemoss. Once again, I am not sponsored by them. I'm going to do a little addendum before I get to the review. Um, I had the pleasure of going to Comic-Con this year, and it was my third time. And this year, I came to a really kind of unnerving realization that I really missed a lot in terms of fandom, the sci-fi community, the artistic community, just in general. I missed out on a lot. Growing up moderately poor, I missed a lot of things that inspired me. I didn't get to participate in the wave of Star Trek fandom. I didn't get to participate in the wave of Star Wars fandom the way a lot of people have. And sadly, I didn't get to participate in the Battlestar Galactica fandom. And this hit me really hard because this year was the first time I've ever done an actual panel at Comic Con. Mostly I go there for merchandise, sometimes to meet people, sometimes just to take in the show floor and the cosplay. But this year I went there with an intent. I wanted to do things. I wanted to participate. I wanted to go to exhibits, actually explore all levels of the show floor and everything. And the panel that I got to go to was for a show that very few things in sci-fi have really touched me. I mean, Star Trek to a degree, Star Wars to a degree, but nothing really touched me as much as Battlestar Galactica. And I think it's twofold. Part of that was nostalgia. Part of that was what was going on at the time in my life. My mom had stage 4 lung cancer, and the main character on Battlestar Galactica, President Roslin, was dying of breast cancer. So I want to say that's part of what appealed or resonated more with me. It was also what was going on in my country at the time, what was going on in politics at the time. It was something that was very reverent to me. And it touched a lot of other people too. But in terms of why it appealed to me, Battlestar Galactica has had a very special place in my memory, in my love of sci-fi. So a couple years ago, a show came along called The Expanse. James S.A. Corey, a great novelist, had a book series, and Sci-Fi picked it up. And I wasn't going in with much hope because Sci-Fi has its wonderful long-standing history of shitting all over Sci-Fi shows that they support and then dump. You know, Blood and Chrome, Caprica, Firefly, Farscape, you name them, they've all gone the way of the dinosaurs on Sci-Fi. So The Expanse captured for me a lot of what Battlestar Galactica was, a lot of what Firefly was, and a lot of indie sci-fi that didn't have the budget that this show had. This is very really realistic sci-fi. It's plausible space exploration with, that sci-fi sheen on it and that outer worldly thing. So I got to sit on the Expanse panel. They're an amazing cast. They're very personable. And the highlight of it was getting to see the entire season 4 premiere episode. Sharing something like that with over 300 people who are all fans is it's an experience you can't put into words. You have to be there. And I now understand how Star Wars fans feel, Star Trek fans feel, Firefly fans feel, anime fans feel. I get it. I've felt this before at music concerts. One of the highlights of my life was seeing a band that I've been a fan for over 25 years and what turned out to be their final tour. And it was an amazing experience. And I've had the ability to repeat that a couple of other times at other shows at bands that, you know, I never thought I'd see. So I'll say this, it was an amazing experience. And for anybody who is a fan of The Expanse, season 4 is going to be phenomenal. Being under Amazon's umbrella, having more creative control, obviously, probably a bit better budget, a huge promotional push behind them. Unless they fuck it up somehow, season 4 might be the best season of Expanse, with the caveat that there is a season 5 coming. So, now that I've got that out of the way, one more thing. If you have kids, if they like anything related to Comic Con, movies, sci fi, television, music, support them. Let them go. Help them in experience things that people like me haven't experienced. It's game changing. I wonder if I had interactions with this growing up as a child, maybe my life would be different. Maybe I'd be involved in something different. I wouldn't be working in retail right now. It was just it was a weird revelation that I've missed out on a lot. I've not been involved deep enough in things that I wanted to be. It's kind of regret, but I still have 40 years to do this. So there's going to be more Comic Cons, there's going to be more Expanse, and hopefully a lot more awesome sci fi. So now we get to the core of this 2 month late review of the next ship of the line, the Battlestar Galactica Raptor. Now, I'm going to be very blunt about this. Never liked this ship. It's Galactica's version of a helicopter or forward radar base, or it served its purpose. I never really liked it. But the fun thing, and this was probably what made my experience at Comic Con even more amazing, was this: I got to go to Eaglemoss's booth at Comic Con. Now, you can look at the stuff on the website and kind of get a general idea of what the stuff is like. But if you're curious about this and you're not ready to jump on board, I highly recommend you find a place where they're running an exhibit, go see what they offer. Now, I will not be doing a Star Trek full line subscription, mostly because there are a lot of Star Trek ships I don't like. There's a lot of Star Trek ships they've included in their line that I can't care less about, but there's a lot of great things. And I was actually oddly, surprisingly intrigued by the look of the Star Trek Discovery ships. Don't like the series, don't like what they did with the Klingons, but I don't know if it's because everything that they do for Discovery is all digital models with better detail. I don't know, but I was surprised that I actually liked what I saw. And my next 2 videos are going to be for 2 of my favorite ships that I got in their XL extra large format from Star Trek, one of which has been out of stock on their website that by grace of God they had at the show floor. So without further ado, this is the review for the Battlestar Galactica Raptor from Eaglemoss. I am not sponsored. So as always, here's the box. The box is always professionally done. Inside, and I probably should pre-open this. Inside, you get the wonderful booklet, as always, with wonderful source information. And this one, again, is surprisingly thick. Probably because it gives you a lot of detail about what the function of this was supposed to be, how it was conceptualized. It went through a lot of different iterations and whether they thought, this would be needed. Um, it served a lot of plot points in the show. You know, be it, being stranded on Caprica, stranded on Cobol, being the last resort of escape. It served a lot of functions, so I can't really shit on the ship too much. But as always, now we get to the model. And I'm surprised. Now, I didn't pre-open this. This has been sitting in my house for 2 months as I've been doing all sorts of other things. And this is surprisingly detailed and large. Hello. This may give me new love for this ship. It has a glossy, darkened cockpit, which actually makes it look even cooler and gives it a nice contrast between the two-tone, actually it's three-tone paint job, kind of like camouflage on it. You get a real appreciation for the design on this. Maybe more so than I actually realized from the show. This is actually surprisingly good. I'm pleasantly surprised. And believe it or not, I like this more than the reimagined Galactica from their line. I'm weird, what can I say? This is a recommended, if you're into the smaller craft on Galactica, like the Vipers, the Raptors, I actually recommend getting this one. And the exciting thing is in talking to the guys that were at the booth at Eaglemoss, and they're very approachable people, they're very knowledgeable, their staff is amazing. I found out a couple things that, I don't know, maybe other people knew, but I didn't know and I wasn't sure about because I got my lineup confused as to what ships were coming to me. There's some goodies coming. So first and foremost, there is the blood and chrome version of the Cylon Raider, which looks fucking amazing. Seeing it in person gives it a hell of a lot more justice than the image that's on their webpage. And the other goodies, they confirmed with me, and I noticed it popped up on their webpage, I think like 2 days after I spoke to them. We are getting Colonial 1. Fuck yes. We are getting the reimagined Cylon battlestar. Fuck yes. I was told that we're getting more ships from Blood and Chrome. We're getting the Resurrection ship. And we're probably getting, maybe as limited editions, other ships from the Colonial Fleet. I'm fucking psyched. Because I will run a 20-foot long shelf if I can get all the ships from the Colonial Fleet and set them up on my wall. Holy fuck, would that be awesome? And the other cool thing is I'm not sponsored by them either, but I jumped on the train and decided to get something from Display. My channel is So Say We All. It is my moniker phrase. It's something that has stuck with me from the show. And I am getting a wonderful on-metal print of that logo with the Battlestar Galactica medallion from the Galactica BSG 75. Fuck yes. I'm so psyched. I can't wait until it shows up. It's going to be my first Display purchase. I will review it on my channel and let you guys know what I personally think. There's so much stuff on there that it was hard to choose what I wanted to get. Being a sci-fi nerd, a movie nerd, a music nerd, there was so much stuff on there. But yes, the Battlestar Galactica Raptor. As a single purchase, I highly recommend this. I highly recommend it as part of the ship of the line. The last few have been really freaking awesome, be it with the classic Cylon Raider, the classic Viper, and the what did I get between that? Oh, the Mach 2 Viper. It's been better. Better. I've had some hits and misses with this line, but it's gotten much better. I still do not regret subscribing to this line. This is something that's unusual. Sci-fi fans usually don't get this. We usually don't get this from niche shows. This is awesome. What I'm hoping for, and I feel like an idiot because I did not ask them, and I've been dropping lines on the Expanse's um, Twitter and Instagram. I would fucking love an Expanse line. Granted, there's not going to be much to it. You're just going to get a couple Belter ships, UE ships, Martian ships. But I would love an Expanse line. Because I'm geeking out. What can I say? So, yes, that is my review for the Eaglemoss Battlestar Galactica Raptor. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. There's a lot more good stuff coming, and hopefully a professional upgrade of my channel. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.